check for you, baby. When I come to check for you, I'm coming.
Jerry Collage of Wagwan.
Coming through. Tell I'm feeling.
I sit by my window, the rain is pouring. See an angel walking by. I try to say hello, but she's ignoring. A single tear runs from her eyes. She goes walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart's so filled with pain, and deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more. Another rainy day, same old story. There she goes again.
There she goes.
This time she smiles, 'cause now she knows me. We're fast becoming friends. She goes walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart's so filled with pain, and deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more. Now every time she goes, I'm awaiting. My umbrella's open wide. Outside it's really cold. Forget about it, cheating. Committed to warm inside. Walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart's so filled with pain, deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more. I sit by my window, the rain is pouring. See an angel walking by. Try to say hello, but she's ignoring. A single tear she cries. She goes walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart's so filled with pain, deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more. She goes walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart's so filled with pain, and deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more.
Yeah, man, that is yours truly. It's G. Cole and the Raps and Kush Band. Walking in the Rain. Courtesy of the album This Music Volume 1 Return to Vintage. Send me a bullet from the top. Late requests as always. Send me, yeah, I saw your things, team.
Rain is pouring. See an angel walking by.
Bethina, how are you?
I try to say hello, but she's ignoring. A single tear runs from her eyes. She goes walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart's so filled with pain, and deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more. Another rainy day, same old story. goes again.
There she goes.
This time she smiles, 'cause now she knows me. We're fast becoming friends. She goes a walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying.
It's about that time, all right? Tell your friends to tell their friends to join us right here. Share the link. Tell them, say, yo, got a nice convo coming your way.
Walking in the rain once more. Now every time she goes, I'm awaiting. My umbrellas open wide. Outside it's really cold. Forget about it, cheating. Committed to warm inside. Walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart so filled with pain, deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more. I sit by my window, the rain is pouring. See an angel walking by. Try to say hello, but she's ignoring. A single tear she cries. She goes a walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart so filled with pain, deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more. She goes a walking in the rain, so you don't see her crying. Her heart so filled with pain, deep inside she's dying. Her life won't be the same anymore. Walking in the rain once more.
This is Wayne Warner saying J. Cole, legal businessman. Bang, bang, boom.
I me say this a protege, eh? Homegrown with G Cole, what you say, eh? We make them know what reggae music we a play, eh? Hey, this is Protege, the one and only representing for G Cole, you know. Check it. He's out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate. Kabaka Pyramid representing for the #1 selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kali. I'm hanging out with your boy G Cole on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all. That is Homegrown with G Cole coming to the Massive Crew live. Got to big up everybody listening in on the radio. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate you. Big time. When I say big time, I mean big time. All right. Thanks a million. All right. Big up to the Massive also listening in Africa. Got a lot of the crew over there too, man. Trust me. Ghana's in the building with us. It's all about that love. You know what I mean? It's all about that love. Royal Zion Highness Radio. Real Vibes Live, homegrownwithgcole.com. Thank y'all so much. Of course, those people watching live on the Homegrown with G Cole platform, those people watching live on Jamaicans.com. Got a great convo for you. Lawrence, what go on, fam? Primrose, how's it going? Just so great to see you all. Again, you know it's all about the real music. Las Vegas is in the building. Latanya, what's up? And Karen, how are you? Always a pleasure to see you all right? Watching from South Africa. Mugwamba. Don't mispronounce your name, you know the thing, all right? Don't blame it on me, blame it on the culture, all right? For my lack of knowledge, all right? Blame them. I hope you blame them too, all right? But thank y'all so much for rocking, man. It's a vibe. It's a vibe indeed. Today, of course, I got a special guest to the building, brand spanking new single, Outer Road, and all that, right? Lincoln Chains riding through. And we're going to talk the culture. It's always dope to get into a nice conversation with those people who are off the culture, for the culture, and just continue to share the culture, right? That's what we do. That is what we do. All right? So I just want to tell your friends to tell their friends to join us right here, right now. It's going to be a vibe indeed. It is going to be a vibe indeed. All right? So follow us also on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MyGCole. All right? Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MyGCole. Follow us. Again, tell your friends to tell their friends. YouTube, it is Homegrown with G Cole, and it's a vibe, man. Brand new singles are in the house right now. I want to big up all the musicians out there putting out great works. So Tony Gregory got some special things on the horizon. I want to big up Hezron, brand spanking new joint out right now. Actually, let me take that back. It ain't out yet. All right? So Hezron's got a brand spanking new tune on the way is what I should say. Might get a sneak peek later. You never know. Tenor Blues got a brand spanking new joint out. Right? So it's a whole bunch of lovely things going on, man. Trust me when I say lovely things, I mean indeed lovely things. That's what we got going on right about now. All right? And of course, Lincoln Chain's got a brand spanking new single that we're going to be getting into. All right? Y'all going to love it. When I say y'all going to love it, I'm saying y'all going to love it. One bag of dirty works and not going without there, so we have to talk about the things then. You know what I mean? Brand new albums in store real soon. We'll talk about all that. But it's all about the music, it's all about the vibe, and we got to get into it, all right? Large up yourself, Esther Selector. I got a lot of Hopeton Lindo, large up my guests these past week. Who do we have this week? There's a lot of folks that passed through. JC Lodge came through with the vibes, you know what I mean? And of course, we got the Homegrown with G Cole live acoustic series coming soon too. Some of your favorite artists are going to be passing through. So, you know, subscribe so we can let you know who's in the building, when they're going to be in the building, and the whole nine. Barry Wagwan, blessings. Like I said, we got Lincoln Chain up in the building today, right? So we're going to be talking about some niceness. Tell your friends to tell their friends. Join us. Share the link. It's a vibe. Amanda, how are you? All right? Tell Kimmy we said to log in right about now. I know she wants to catch the program. She hit me up and say, yo. What up, Empress? Everybody, it's a vibe. When I say special guest, I mean special guests. Squeeze off a little something. I know we can get into it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Oh, don't do that, don't do that. No. Boss it, man, they say you're not fit, boss it. Cool down your temper. No, boss it, man, they say you're not fit, boss it. Let go your gun trigger. Simple things that make us quarrel, and simple things that make us fuss and fight. You use your gun and you shoot your brothers down without respect for the human beings' life. That's not right. No, let's unite.
Message music.
Just like now and forever, right now. You might be someone while down and out, and he might be the one that will help you out. Don't you push the man down in the
we gotta take advantage of the time.
Give that man an helping hand, and that is right.
Lincoln Chain is called Don't Do That.
Unite.
I said don't do that, man.
And just like now and forever, right now. And let go your gun trigger. We said no bust it, man. We say you're not fit, bust it. Cool down your temper. No bust it, man. We say you're not fit, bust it. Let go your gun trigger. Cause simple things that make us quarrel, and simple things that make us fuss and fight. You use your gun and you shoot your brothers down without respect for the human being.
It's Lincoln Chain, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do that.
That's right. No, let's unite. And just like now and forever, right now.
Latanya.
Don't do that, don't do that, don't
Lola May.
Say no bust it, man, me say you no feel bust it. Cool down your temper. No bust it, man, me say you no feel bust it. Let go your gun trigger. Say no bust it, man, me say you no feel bust it. Cool down your temper.
Connecticut's in the building.
Bust it, man, me say you no feel bust it. Let go your gun trigger. Say no bust it, man, me say you no feel bust it. Cool down your temper. No bust it, man, me say you no feel bust it. Let go your gun trigger. No bust it, man, me say you no feel bust it. No one say cool down.
Lincoln Chain, ladies and gentlemen. Brand spanking new joint out soon. And guess what? We're going to talk music. Let's open up these microphones. Get the party going the right way. Welcome to the party. They must see you alone, but you don't know. Representing Lincoln Chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the whole band ain't here right now, but you don't know.
Fullest,
you don't know. What going on, fam?
Blessed man. Give thanks, Give thanks for inviting I we do give thanks to that.
Pleasure. It's been a minute. We're supposed to. Last time you come give me a link, brought some albums in, and
yeah, man.
I've been listening. I definitely love the vibe, love the music, love the energy, and like with our reason off cam, off ear, there's right now people complain and they want the real music.
Yeah, man.
But a lot of the folks who we rely on to give us the real music is like they must stray away from the real music.
Real talk.
When I listen to Lincoln Chain, it's almost like the visuals are there for me. You know what I mean? I can tell, say, you guys are folks who study the music. I can tell the authenticity in the music, the vintage vibe, because like we talk about it, like first thing I said was that, make me feel a Mighty Diamonds kind of a feel, a kind of a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The real things where when a group come up and say we're a group, you're getting every member singing, you're getting the harmonies from the group, not necessarily, some background harmonies that we brought in or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about the dynamics of Lincoln Chain. We're gonna go back, but talk to me about the dynamics. 4 members.
Yes.
All right. Let's large up everybody first of all.
Yes. One say big up Congo Paul over there in the Rado, I'm tuning right now. One heal up Kasha. He's down in Jamaica at the moment. He's Trevor Douglas and one heal up O'Neill Griffiths. Saying, so those are all the members, including myself, of the group Lincoln Chain,
Right.
And we've been trotting this road a long time.
Yeah.
Since 86.
Wow.
Did our first album in 1989. It was completed in 1990 and released on the Ras Record label. From that time until this time, it's just culture music we do, that's what we focus on. We didn't go to no music school.
Right.
We didn't get any voice training or anything like that. We just come out ourselves.
Natural blessings.
Natural, and just make it happen,
Right.
Yeah, man.
I love that. And you mentioned, starting out working with like Ras Records and so forth, which is, they're subsidiaries of major label imprints. Yes. So, we're talking about major label stuff. Like I said, my past research showed that they were affiliated with like with BMG and stuff like that. So we're talking about major label stuff, which is always what people strive for and aspire for, and trying to get the major label vibe. Yes. But, like I was talking with JC Lodge the other day, sometimes the major label thing can be more detrimental than it can be beneficial.
Yes, for real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
But at the same time, still, it's also a testament that the quality of work that you've been putting out is worthy of the major label, because, for them, it's all business.
Yes, it is.
And if your music is set a certain way, them now reach out.
The first jump out the gate is right. Our first recording was with Jack Ruby. Jack Ruby came in at the Hills of St. Mary, and a brethren introduced us to him. He used to come in at the Hills because in the Hills now you have group foundation, and you have Donovan, and you have Jam Messengers, you have Fullness. These are all groups where we all rehearse in the same area.
Right.
On a daily basis. So he was doing some works with Jack Ruby was doing work for Island Records, and so he had a package that he wanted to Island Records deal with. So he had Record Foundation and Donovan and Earth Messengers, and we were next in line. So we did one album. The album was released. It's called New Day. that album, we went into the studio with Sly and Robbie and Andel Tucker and Glenn Acosta, Dalton Brownie. We have horn sections like Dean Fraser, Namba Robinson, and Chico. Them time that they were Ras Brass.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And we did the album, but during the mixing phase of the album, Jack Ruby transitioned. And so the engineer finished that album and I guess presented to Ras Records.
Right.
And so, you know, that first album, history, right on a major label, right out the gate, you know? Because
endorsed by Jack Ruby. What else? What else can you expect?
And it's a quality music.
Yeah.
I want to tell us that we used to because when Jack Ruby coming out the hills and here we know he had it in mind to record us, so me used to have us coming to Orchard's to
James Avenue.
Yeah, James Avenue, you know. Yeah, once or twice every month on a Sundays we will go there and cry out, you know. And every now and then people pass through. You might see Greg Grice or David Hines, one of them musicians, artists that pass through, you know, and usually we ask them, so how the group sound, you know, and they're like, yeah man, I'm gonna come Jack, you know, and all them something. So the demo for the album New Day was actually created by Jackie Me Too.
Wow. But let me stop you for a second, because I'm trying to remember who was the last person who was talking about some of the people who they work with, right? And casually speaking, like I'm gonna back it up. Casually, I mentioned Jack Ruby, right? And as the producer, original thing. For Massive and Crew, I don't know if we know the music, and but we're not talking just Jack Ruby. We're talking about the legendary Jack Ruby, you know. All right, do your research, okay? Camille, what's up? Bobby Dean, large up. Do the research. I'm talking about legendary Jack Ruby right here.
Yeah, man.
Now, you also just mentioned another name casually too. Jackie Me Too. If not the top, right? Pianist, man, I'm gonna say keyboard player, pianist, and arranger too, because it's not just pianos Jackie Me Too play, right? Out of Jamaica. All right. So I just had to splash that in there real quick before we continue. Do your thing.
Yeah, man. So, you know, that's how we started out.
Yeah.
We started out. We actually rehearsed for 3 years in the hills before we do that. We did that album. 3 years, every day.
Wow.
In the hills. Rehearsal.
What time frame we're talking about right about now? 90s coming up? Early
86, 80s coming up the road. We went into the studio, 89, late 89, about that time.
Right.
We did the album. Yeah, and it released 90. Yeah, it's about them time there.
Right.
And we take rehearsal for like a work we are going on.
Cool, man.
School we are going on.
It's a job right here. Professional, we gotta do it right.
Yeah, man. It's every day.
Right.
You know, because we think practice make things permanent.
Right.
Not perfect, but permanent.
Right.
So we go in and we rehearse. Even though we know all them songs, we still rehearse them, you know, on a daily, you know.
Is it the same for guys from now?
Yes.
Jano.
Same three. O'Neill Griffiths. He came in 2015 when we did Fix the Roof album.
Okay.
But from that time, same original three members.
So it was a trio before?
Yeah, it was a trio before it become a quartet.
I got you.
Yeah, you know, but original members.
Bro,
and we know O'Neill from him about 9.
So though he was not part of the group, he was in the mix. Him know
him know what go on, man. Him know what go on because him used to be in a group called Fullness also, and I think it's Black Disciples. Yeah, him can read me up on that, but yeah. Him and him brother and the next virgin up in the deals there. Sometimes you come up in the deals there morning time, you man sing out.
From early morning.
Cool, you pass out the road at night, you man sing out.
Yeah.
You know, so at them way there, they will come up. Yeah. So we keep that trend. We don't falter. We just keep it going.
I love that.
You know?
I love that. When it comes to groups, and I always feel like you do have individuals. People who have their individualities, people do what they do. And you could tell the folks who are solo artists, but this just got together because it's the easier way out, right? Versus the people who are, it's our group dynamic and they're about the team, about the thing. And because for the first time I met you, I don't think I've heard you say me one time or I one time. You know what I mean? It's always the group. It's I. It's Lincoln Chain. It's us. It's we.
Yeah.
And that dynamic. Talk to me a little bit about that, because right now, as you're seeing, I think we're missing some of that when it comes to music in general, but reggae music first of all. We don't have any staple entities, whether it be self-contained bands that play instruments or just like it's quartets, trios, or whatever the case may be. 2-3 weeks down the road, everybody go left, right, and center. Talk to me a little bit about that dynamic of linking up from back in those days. I know it's 2022, still a group, still vibes.
Well, when we started out, we tell ourselves that anywhere we're going there as a group. When we make it, we're going to make it as a group. Or when we reach to the fulfillment, we're going to reach the fulfillment as a group. We're not going to break the group up. We're not going to separate. We're going to keep it together. So all when me are 80, these are things we used to joke about, you know.
Yeah. As a youth.
As a youth. Oh, all when me are 80, and me have my walking stick, you know.
Away.
Make we go up on stage, man. Make we go deal with something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I love that.
Yeah, so and plus we have respect for each other, you know. We respect each other.
There's more than music.
We depend on some family level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same for the rest of brethren them too. Them talk to them family about the rest of brethren them. And me talk to my family about the rest of brethren them. When me go check my people, them ask me for them man there.
Yeah, I got you.
How them man there do?
Yeah.
Them all right? You know what I say?
Right.
So we become family.
Yeah.
You saw me.
And I'm sure, like you said, the same thing with them and their family.
Yeah, same way, you know. So and we are brethren from them time until this time.
Yeah.
No, we have hard talk, you know.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's got to happen.
You know what I mean? We have hard talk, but when that done, and come to the music, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm gonna just forget about that.
Yeah.
I make a deal with the music.
Yeah.
That way I deal.
We get back to that later.
You know?
So we get back to that later. I remember what you said, Timmy.
Yeah, man.
So, but now, man, but I saw the thing forgot because there's, you see all of that right there. The hard talks you mentioned. The having to check your group member, because a lot of times we're human beings, you know.
Yeah, man.
We venture off and we stray away, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Sometimes somebody got to be like, yo, roll it back in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But all of that factors into the dynamics. People don't realize this when it comes to music. That kind of stuff factors even into your sound.
Yeah.
How tight you are, how close you are, how cool you are with each other.
Yeah, man.
Factors in your harmonies.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's not just 4 people come together and just sing some things. You know what I mean? There's a dynamic there that can't be found every and everywhere. I want to drop something real fast now, because I think I joke thing, man. You know, think I joke with that part. When I say I love the album, yeah? And this tune right here, New Day.
New day. That same old feelings from yesterday.
Lincoln Chain.
Let me go, but I've got to make it. The sun is shining.
Lodge up Isle of Man outside of London.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Hey, Julian Lee.
Stand up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stand up on your feet. Your own 2 feet. Follow the golden rules. There is dignity in labor.
Lodge up Jeremy George, Arlene S. What up?
And I never think I know the job.
Hey, Patricia.
Stand beneath you. No, or above you. Procrastinating not today. Can't put it off, so I can't put it off. Procrastinating not today. Just because it's a new day.
One me lighter.
Everyone should know that it's a new day. What a new day. Hey, 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 hey. a new day.
There's some stellar musicianship going on here, and you know, the thing about music that, and it's something I love, is that, you know, based on radio standards, based on, you know, popularity and all them little thing there, there's artists and names that we're familiar with, and, you know, we think that that's where all the great music comes from. You know what I mean? All the great sounds come from that small faction of folks over there, right?
Yeah.
But there are so many artists that do wonderful music, when we say quality music, representing to the same standard that the OGs, the legends do, right? We just don't know the names, a lot of the names, right?
Yes, sir.
So when the on the camera, I'm sure the master don't want to go on and play it. You know what I mean? I got this album right here, all right, which is called Stop. And I have this one right here, Fix the Roof, which is what I'm playing from right about now. And then, of course, I've got the vinyl,
Yeah.
right? That album is New Day, right?
New Day, that's
New
New
Day.
Day.
Which work I go on and the work I put in.
You say that song you just played,
Yeah.
we revisit that song, New Day.
Right,
That's
right.
New Day right there you just played from that album. So when we went into the studio 2015,
Mm-hmm.
we decided, you know what, let's bring a song from that album. Let's bring New Day back, because now it's a quartet.
Right, right,
Like
right.
we hear how it sound.
Right,
Four harmony at the back, three harmony at the background, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's how it come out, you know?
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
man.
The other thing too is, again, there's something in the sound that I think is very, very necessary, and I think very, very missing right about now. Like we mentioned, we just lost Tabby, we just, you know what I mean, lost Bunny, the Diamonds. But that's one of the few groups that we're giving that through authentic, I mean, real through authentic reggae sound. You know what I mean? Because you know, our thing I come from our version of the Motowns where the harmonies are rich and all them little things there, you know what I mean? And we kind of missing that. And that's what I get every time I listen to Lincoln Chain. This is a trivial question that I ask many people who come through and have a message and a certain type of music. In a time like now, an era like now, where things are so fleeting and people are so fickle and people vacillate every day. Them I go, you know, I want to break, I want to do this, I want to do that, so I'm gonna go out there and do anything, right? How difficult is it to not compromise your sound for, you know what I mean, for the hype, or for jump on the wagon or whatever the case may be?
It actually is not difficult for us, you know, because we're not into the hype thing. It's them thing that no fears we.
That's not what you're about.
Yeah, we're not about that. We're about the roots. We're about the culture. We're about education.
Right,
you
right,
know.
right.
We're about inspiration. You know what I mean? So the hype, it doesn't even faze us.
Right,
man.
right.
We still just chipping away
Right.
at what we're doing every day. We just continue doing what we're doing.
Right.
If it was the hype alone, we probably would have give it up already, because Lincoln Chain out a long time and we not get no hype.
Right,
You
right, right,
you
right,
understand?
right,
So
right.
that's something we would have give up long time.
Right.
But that's not our intention.
It's not your
That's
formula.
not our thing.
Yeah.
We have a song that says the African struggle, a fear struggle, never give it up no way. The African struggle, a fear struggle, never give it up no way. The African struggle, a I and I. So I will never give it up. So certain things are fears we,
Right.
because we already have our goal set. One God, one aim, one destiny.
And that's the mission.
So yes.
I love that. I love that. The authenticity is very necessary. And here's the major reason why I think voices like yours are necessary, because and what you do is so necessary. Because we are in a time right about now where we ain't got no role models, right? We don't have anybody doing stuff the right way. So when people aren't doing things the right way, sometimes I can't even blame everybody for going wrong, right? If there's nobody showing them the precedence and say, yo, this is how it's supposed to be done, you know, then especially when you have people who succeed at doing it the wrong way. I find the most dangerous thing in life is anything or anybody who succeeds at the wrong thing or doing it the wrong way.
Right.
But I think there's something very, very reverent about the song that you guys present. And I love the fact that you stick to the formula and keep it going.
Yeah, man.
Brand new album right now you're working on.
Yes.
Right? But again, we are a couple albums deep, which means pretty much from then till now, there's been mountaintops, there've been trials, there've been tribulations, or whatever the case may be. Let's go back to them Jack Ruby days, right? So you're then at the hills of St. Mary. St. Mary and Ocho not that far away, but for most of the folks growing up in St. Mary, it is a world away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the musical part of it, because a lot of people don't even know that there's such a thing as a James Avenue, Music Avenue, Roof, and all them things there. A Jack Ruby, you might not hear the name, but you just think a Jack Ruby sound. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me a little bit about when you guys started coming in and working with Jack Ruby. Because people don't realize, if Jack Ruby come and say, yo, more working than people, it's no different from Barry Gordy back in the day coming and say, yo, let me more working than people. Talk to me a little bit about right off the bat, before you even start recording, Jack Ruby come and say, yo, me like that song that was going. What was that kind of energy like?
Well, in the hills of St. Mary, you have, as I said, a group name, Foundation. No, Foundation is we look at them as a great group, and we also have Fullness in the hills also, and we're here in Donovan, and we have Earth Messengers. Now, before all of that reached to that point, there was a place down at Portmore area that was called Zion. Now, at Zion, probably about 15, 16 different groups. Yeah, just groups.
So this is the era of the groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a few solo acts in it too. Because Mickey Simpson was a part of a group too, Mickey Simpson was a part of a group called The Cornerstone. With Congo Paul brother, the lead singer for Lincoln Chain. Brother, and an ex-virgin called Booker T, I think. I can't remember. Yes. They were a group before Mickey Simpson got sold, and Mickey Simpson the recording for Jack Ruby also.
Right.
So there's a place called Zion, and in Zion, there was just musician and artists just a sing and stuff like that. And there was one band, Black Brother Roots. The entire thing was called Black Brother Roots. And in the Black Brother Roots camp now, you have same foundation and the whole crew. So if Earth Messengers, they were revealers before. So if revealers performing, foundation play. If foundation performing, then revealers that play, and that's how it used to go.
I got you.
Yeah, the brothers and sisters, because they had women in it also, So from there, it spreads out,
Right.
And we go to a place now called Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is a place where it's a big, it's a building where plantation building.
Right.
And police live in it one time and it catch fire and burn down.
Wow. The two never got together.
Yeah. So it have a garage built out of concrete. And when you go into that garage now and sing, that it have a real compact sound, nice compact sound, just hit you.
The acoustic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're like, yes, and from there, it just branch out from there. It's just, there's some man go rehearse and thing like that. So Foundation is one of our big inspiration too, because we wanted to kind of follow in that kind of footstep, and in that kind of trad, Yeah. And so we in the hills and rehearse. Jack Ruby coming at the hills. When Jack Ruby coming at the hills, Jack Ruby and Profi. When them coming at the hills, usually we're not singing. We just, because it's Foundation, them come for deal with. So we just go on easy. Until a brethren said, Jack, the man is a singer too, And Jack said, oh yeah? Like me,
Yeah.
I would just pick up the guitar, rinse off some tune, and he was like, wow, I want the next,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And we just continue. We just continue doing what we're doing. Not even penetrating because Jack Ruby and Jack Ruby Heroes. That wasn't our focus, because we just started out and we try to get with sound together, because group is a thing now. It take a longer time to build.
Yeah.
See, so we work out with sound and we practice and we get into it, Until 3 years later, I'm just like, really fun now, Lincoln Chain.
Right.
And we went into the studio with some great musician one night. All the tracks for that New Day album, we did it in one night. And we did all the vocals in one night.
Wow. For all the tracks.
all the tracks. Just go ahead and just start singing like it's a show you there.
So were those songs that you had written and everything that you went and recorded?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything was recorded and together.
Right.
Because that particular song, after we sing the song for Jackie Me Too, and he make the demo, we take it back to the hills, man, and we rehearse on those tracks until they become slow. You know.
So where did Jackie do his thing? In Orcharius?
In Orcharius.
Oh, really?
Orcharius.
Wow.
Because he used to come check Jack. Man, Jack had a brethren.
Right.
And him come check Jack, you know.
Right. So while he's there
you know, Jack's gonna come in
Right.
Sunday, you know, and we get the demo make and we take it back to the hills, rehearse it until them because he usually me come by and listen to the progression, hear the group sound on the new demos and stuff like that, you know. And then him like, yeah man, I'm not ready now. Wow. I'm come.
Wow. Jackie Me Too. Yeah. And of course we're talking about Jackie, we're talking about Jack Ruby. You guys are putting in all this work. It's no because at the end of the day, for the most part, we don't know who's going to be the vehicle to help us to get out there. But at the end of the day, how the industry is set up, we need that vehicle.
Same.
Right? Bob needed Chris Blackwell. You know what I mean? Everybody needs somebody. So Jack recognizes the talent and is ready to help be the vehicle to get you out there.
Yes.
But then we lose Jack Ruby.
Yes.
What was the vibe and the energy for Lincoln Chain at that point in time? Knowing said, damn, we're right around the corner for go start do some work, and then the vehicle gone.
Yes. Ironically, you know, it was sad, and in the subconscious, you see the Stop album, maybe subconsciously we were thinking that, oh, Jack Ruby, we just getting on the scene and Jack Ruby transition.
Right.
And so we did another album called Stop, but actually not thinking that it could be in a subconscious thinking about the stop, why you stop with Jack.
Yeah.
Doing that album.
Right.
You know, so it was devastating for us. And not only us.
Many
music
others.
fraternity and many other bridging them who was in line to get recorded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was tough.
I remember as a kid, I was at the funeral.
Yeah.
I was a kid, you know what I mean? And just the energy around, you could feel that something great has left us.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But of course, Jack Ruby definitely a Zion proud of the music, you know?
Yeah, man.
Still
Say we are continuing the journey, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Now, early recording. So the first actual album you put out was New Day. And that came out via who?
Ross Records.
Yes. All right. That, and of course we're talking about again major label affiliation and all those things. Talk to me about that experience.
Well, after Jack Ruby transition, actually before he transitioned, we had set up. We went to meet Denise Mills, and we got a legitimate account set up. You know, with our publishing and all that kind of stuff. You know. So he transitioned. The engineer at the time that was managing the recordings and stuff, he was the one who finished the album. Next thing we heard, it was on Ross Record label.
Right. So that wasn't that was an arrangement made with you.
No. The artist gone back a country, gone back in the deals. You
left them the music and went back to do what you do.
Yeah. So
I got you.
Yeah, so this later on we know the album I released. You know, I went to California, it's the first time I'm gonna see it.
Right.
The album. I went to California and meet some sister I think they were Daughters of Zion. I think they used to work on a college radio. In Berkeley there, I think. And I was talking to them about Lincoln Chain. I'm like, oh, wow, you're Lincoln Chain, I have your album. It came out and we bought it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, yes? She said, yeah, I'll bring it to show you. And she bring the album, come show me.
Yeah.
And give me the album.
Yeah, give you your album.
Yes.
That you don't have.
Yeah, that I don't have. Because I'm like, wow, it's the first time I've seen the album, and
right.
We don't even have one.
Right.
She gave it to me. I still have it at the house.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
you know, yeah, man.
This business.
Yeah, this business. But, this business, man.
But that's interesting though, because again, why I said that's interesting is that happens today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That happens today. But I always, there's always the different elements of it and the silver lining behind stuff. And I always feel like nobody tries to take away from, nobody tries to rob from a source that doesn't have it. People rob banks for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to the empty vault.
No.
So they know what the music is and they know what you come to the table with.
Exactly.
So first album's coming out, all things start going left from, of course, the transitioning of Jack Ruby. And then now the album is out elsewhere under major label imprints without your consent.
Right.
And thus meaning also without your benefit.
Exactly.
Know what I mean? Now, next album.
So going up the line, about 2 years later, Brethren Donovan had met Fatis, Exterminator, and he was like, "You are no Lincoln Chain. I'm carrying to go meet Exterminator, and we went in Kingston, meet with Exterminator, and asked us to audition, sing 2 tunes, and we reel off 2 tunes. And he was like, I'll get a hotel phone and stay at town tonight.
Yeah.
I'm calling the musician, they make them start recording right away.
Right.
So right away, we start the recording.
And that was a stop album.
That's the stop album now. He got the Firehouse Crew, his Firehouse Crew, and Sly and Robbie, who did the second album, Stop. That album was also distributed by Ras Records. And that album was released without us knowing either.
Oh, so same thing happened.
Same thing
again.
happened. All we know that album release was, we have a bridge in Holland. And was living in Holland at the time. Bruce Walters, and him link me up and like, yo, Lincoln Chain. So I saw the 2 album in a store. I said, wow. I said, nah, man, because we don't know, say, the album them release and all them kind of something there. And him buy them and send them come give it. And that's so we see all Stop album the first time. That they did no say it out there. We see that for the first time.
Wow.
So
and both times to the same entity, the Ras Records group.
yes.
Now, who was responsible for this for Ras Records getting these albums?
I guess the producers who had control over the product at the time.
So it was so multiple producers in Jamaica at the time were probably eating food from Ras.
Because Ras Records a huge distribution, it's a big distribution, so all the artists depend the Ras Record distribution, And so, but I don't know exactly what kind of deal, whatever they have to,
but obviously
to have
something
their music, but something went down because our music is that street too. You know what I mean?
Which is it's funny, I tell people this all the time. Reggae music business to me is just, it's Groundhog Day of the movie The Harder They Come. You know what I'm saying? It's The Harder They Come being played over and over and over again, where you bring the talent to the table and production, the resources come with the producers and the studios and whatever the case may be, and you're there as an artist, because as artists we're thinking, especially back then, from a pure standpoint of creating music, right?
Yeah.
And I'm creating music, we're gonna do what we do, but the intentions and the ill intentions are there from the other entities from even before they meet you. And it hasn't stopped. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I will say is that I'm pretty happy, I'm pretty impressed that it doesn't affect how you make music and why you make music. You know what I mean? Because that wasn't the last album either. After Stop, you decided you're gonna go and do Fix the Roof.
Yes.
When did Fix the Roof come out?
Fix the Roof come out in 2015 because, we decided that we're gonna start doing things for ourselves. The time come now where you have to sit down and wait for Jesus. It's gonna help you with anything.
Right.
Understand?
Help yourself.
If prayer doesn't work without a practical application to it.
Right.
So if you're praying for something, you have to have some kind of practical application that you're using to make your prayer come true.
Right.
So we decide that we're gonna start do some things for ourselves. So we pull our resources together. We went to Jamaica. Now we know Barry, you know, for a long time, because actually Barry, when we were recording the first album, Barry was a protege for Stephen Stewart.
Are we talking about the late Barry O'Hare?
Barry O'Hare. He was protege for Stephen Stewart in the studio at that time when we recording that album.
Wow.
So we knew Barry from them time, and I'm like, okay, so we are gonna link up with Barry. We're gonna make him do the production, and we the executive producer. We'll make him do the production for it. We link up with him. We bring the papers. Him contact the musician. Them. We suppose him want to play upon the thing at the time, and they come in and they play, and they love the music, man, and they just play it.
Right.
You know, well, one of the tracks that we did, they're like, okay, we're not even gonna charge you guys for this. We're just gonna make it. We're just gonna play it for the item. You know, see it, and they did that. The engineer agreed, and all the musicians agreed to play it.
Right.
You know, I'm like, yeah, man,
Which track was that? Which one was that?
It's actually New Day. You know?
Oh, okay. Revisited. I presume they probably just love that, because a lot of times they probably just love off the track. I want to do it to one version.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I dig that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, man, we decided that yes, we just are going to the studio with some tune, because we have a lot of songs that we wrote and that we haven't released as yet. So when to record album, them thing they easy to know, because we have a lot of songs that we write. We don't have to go sit down and say we are trying to write a song. The idea come to you now and stuff like that, and we still put it together, but we still have a huge amount of songs there that's not been recorded yet, you know, and our intention is to record them and put them out.
Well, the good thing about that and what that says to me, and it's something that I really dig and implore these youths to get into, is writing songs with a long shelf life, longevity. Because for you to have, you see, anytime you say stuff like that I got songs, right? Because we live in a time and a day and age where it's all about the now, and people try to stay current and do what they do. So you write a song based on what's going on right now. You write your COVID song. You know what I'm saying? Or you write they might shoot up the school song, whatever the case may be. But as that era passes, or as that time frame passes, so does the vibe, the energy, and the message, right? It takes people like the Bobs of the world and others. We use Bob as the benchmark, but you know, and many others, to create those records that 30 years later still as relevant as the day they were written.
It's a new day. We write New Day in our 20s.
and when it was and we talk about when we just played a while ago, New Day.
Yes, a song New Day.
Was
we
written
wrote
when-
that song
when
in our
I
20s.
youth.
Yes.
Wow. And still as relevant today as ever.
Yeah, man.
How is that a difficult feat? Because people, to how you see artists operate, and a lot of artists operate, it's almost like, you know, don't get me wrong, it's good to be inspired, right? But I also wonder if there are different types of inspiration. When you look out the window, you can write about the world you see outside the window. Or you can write about the black car that's parked outside your window, but tomorrow the black car is gone. You know what I'm saying?
No more inspiration.
No more inspiration.
Well, you see, back then, when we write song, we only have few books, you know, and stuff like that.
Right.
And the brethren them would travel abroad on tour, and so they would buy book and them bring it forward, and you know, catch some knowledge and thing like that, you know. Because we read Malcolm X autobiography when we were in our 20s.
Wow.
So we had inspiration, but we didn't have a lot of information.
I got you. Makes sense.
You know, so we come out ourselves with the few or with the little information that we have. We come out ourselves with what you're hearing.
Right.
But today, you have more information, but not a lot of inspiration.
Right. And you can tell it by the sound of the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we lock that in from where you and we keep that trend. of writing a certain way.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't really wait on something to inspire us. You know, a man can lay down on him veranda and a vibes hit him. Or we are reason. Because at least 3 times a week we in a group chat.
Yeah.
A WhatsApp chat. And
That's a reason.
And just a reason.
Yeah.
And out of that reasoning, might come an idea.
Yeah.
The next 2 days, I talk to a man and hear him singing. I say, say, the reason, yesterday, the vibes are coming up. Or he hear something out the road and the vibes come to him and them kind of way there, So I wouldn't have to even bust a brain for those things.
Right. So now write real life. You write about
yes, it's relevant. So I went to write a song. 30 years later, I hear New Day.
Right.
It's still relevant.
Right. Because I had no idea it was, I figured more or less it was a recent composition. You know what I mean?
That song is in our 20s.
Wow.
Dirty Works too.
Wow. So all them things the classics that we haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
Jano. I love that, and I mean that's something that I think is very important in this music because, sometimes it takes years. People don't realize that sometimes it takes years for the ears that we're seeking to hear it, that the eyes that we're seeking to see it. You know what I'm saying? The hearts that we're seeking to feel it.
Yeah.
So by the time come around where the opportunity presents itself for the world to hear it, is it still relevant? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I'm hearing right now on all of them things, they are very, very relevant. So the dynamics that I love is that the sound, I think, is a vintage sound that you guys have preserved.
Yes.
And the content now is pretty much based on, like I say, I would have never known. Based on, right now you say it's a dip into the arsenal and then put the right ones together to put on a project because you've written this over the years. But we're talking about the writing stuff over the years that's still as relevant today as then. When you do create, because as artists, yes, we go in there, we're just working with the ebbs and flows, right? But a lot of times as artists, we're very calculated too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the concept of writing these songs that can stand the test of time, is it just what happens when you guys come together, or is it a calculated effort to say, something, we do need to create stuff that can last and can, I mean? We all have a good time every now and then. We want to write our vibes tune. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have vibes tune too.
But is that calculated on your part?
No. Usually when a song come to us, and we all listen to it, it depends on one of we singing it, and we listen to it. I'm like, bad tune,
Right.
We start work on the harmony.
Right.
And the lead vocalist who's singing the song at the time, we just go on vibes it, and that the harmonies just go on, fit in some areas and stuff like that. Right. And we sing it for a while.
Right.
Like sometimes we write song and we're like, we abandon the song there, we have a better idea, or out of that song that we're singing, a better idea or a stronger idea comes. And we just let that one go and move to the stronger ideas, We always try to do better the next time. And the next time. The next song come, we try to make it better than the one that we just did.
Right.
And we bounce lyrics around
from each other.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And put it together. And you sing it for a while and we're like, yeah, man. Yeah. Anytime we say yes, all always say yes, I eat that.
We're good to go.
Yes.
So whether intention or not, there is a formula for link and chain.
Yeah.
And so your creative process, is that it in terms of you write songs, you come up with the songs, you start working on the harmonies right away?
Yeah.
Even before musicians get involved?
Yes. So when we go to the studio to do a recording, it's a song we bring in.
So you're not going to the studio to go create?
No, we don't practice. We don't create or anything like that in the studio.
Yeah.
When we go to the studio, I open the voice around the mic.
Yeah.
Musicians play.
Right.
Musicians them find the frequency, whatever vibe them I feel, and go right tonight. And I'm like, yes. Yeah. We're not there to practice or anything. And try that over this. And try. No.
You already got it.
We already got it. When we go to the studio with 10, 15 songs to do a recording. All of the songs complete with vocal, harmonies, keys, all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
Man. That's how we work,
Yeah. So there's no, and I think what's pure about that and what's really good about that is people don't realize this, when you step into a recording studio or anywhere, there are influences there. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad. So if you opt to go into a kitchen to go cook outside of your home, you're going to be influenced by the other chefs. You're going to be influenced by the ingredients that are there. So whatever you already had in your mind to go create, you're going there plan to cook this up. You come out with something else.
You're right.
So I think from a music standpoint, as I'm listening to that right about, and I think it's for most folks, if you have the capability, not everybody possesses that. Some people need the energy of the studio and need whatever the case may be, and for bones it and whatever. But if you've got a pure idea, a pure thought that you need to put on, your best bet is to create that and go to the studio. If you got a studio,
it will change. we start out say when we sing upside, up here are cows and goats and chicken over there. So when you hear all a car horn, it's far away. You know?
Right.
You know, so we start singing out like just out in the air. We just open my voice and just sing out strong.
Right.
You know.
I can imagine the
big,
folks that live in that area.
Yeah.
What a treat for ear. You know, they heard all this stuff before anybody else did.
Yes. Yeah,
wow.
Man. Everything we bring that to the studio, the keys, everything. Nobody no off key or anything like that.
Right.
Everything is every note is correct.
Right.
And stuff like that. And we go into the studio and we do the recording. Less time.
Engineer must hate to name, man. Because then I feel like a bag of money I found.
Yeah, man, and it costs less. It costs us less to go in and do the recording.
Right.
You know, because once we go in and do the voicing.
Yeah.
And now the bassman or whoever is there, they can play a line, but after the voicing and everything done,
so you give them the song to play to, which also makes their job a whole lot easier.
Yeah. Them already have the key, and all they have to do is just sweeten it up. Cool. You know, just put what them need to put on there, and them very creative too. Yeah, man.
And you guys give them creative freedom too.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Just play what you feel, man.
Right.
Play what you feel. Because that's how the music go. You play with your feet. I don't want to restrict you. Maybe I'm putting a restriction on you, and the thing not come out good. You know,
let them be.
Yeah.
Right.
Play because they're professionals. I mean, if something is not correct, they pick it up. They pick up on that, and that change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I dig that. Influences wise, because we all have, sometimes people act like acknowledging influence is a bad thing. I don't think anybody does anything without an influence because. At the end of the day, even from the standpoint of if there was never a singer before you, we weren't going to be the first person to sing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So talk to me a little. And of course, again, you have a signature sound, which is your signature harmonies.
Yeah.
And to me, when I think of groups and just reggae music as a whole, coming from the Rocksteady days till now, there may be a handful, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups that have stood the test of time that have that kind of sound. Who was it that you guys were listening to and being, not emulating but being influenced by as youths coming up in the hills of St. Mary?
Well, we listen to Foundation and we listen to the Diamonds and Wailing Souls and Culture and the Wailers and all these different Foundation artists,
Right.
But our intention was to create something out of ourselves. With create a sound for yourself. Like how you have Diamonds have a distinct sound when you hear that.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to do. So sometimes people hear, especially New Day, they will hear New Day and like, wow, you guys sound like Steel Pulse. But that's not an intention. That's not intentional. Right. We didn't record this song to sound like Steel Pulse.
Right.
That's what you're hearing.
And when they say sound like, the vibe them I talk to because the sound is distinct.
Yeah, it's the vibe them I feel. And they will say, I'm here, man, they say, well, they sound like they have tones,
Yeah.
And I ask themselves, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
they're just comparing quality vocals.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Vibe them I feel. And we love that,
Yeah.
But man, we love
it's
that.
A compliment.
Them thing there, Them thing there. We love them thing there.
Yeah.
So we didn't set out to sound like no other artists, even though we're listening to other artists. Because with the groups that was in the hills, when we reason, and a man always I say, make we sound different from everybody else. We don't want come out to yourself and create a sound, which is gonna be distinctive to you. So we just use our own natural voice.
Right.
And that's what came out, you know.
Right. I got you. I like projects. I like projects because they tend to they tell a story. You know what I mean? Even when you're, like you said, digging in the arsenal and putting the songs together, you know, the songs kind of have to go together to some degree. We're in a singles market. Reggae dancehall has always been that kind of a vibe where, you know, we talk about the struggles of the industry in avenues that a lot of the public don't even know right about now, because of the fact that singles come out but albums don't come out.
Right.
How important is it for us as artists to capture our work, capture our stories completely? Because the thing about, if you're an artist that just puts out singles, right? The song that you put out this month and the song that you put out next month are more than likely not going to have anything in common, any vein that ties them together, because you're pretty much just jumping on a rhythm from two producer who link you, right? But in terms of putting projects together where stories can be told and where, you know, emotions can be contained, how important is that, especially for reggae artists, Fido?
Well, for us, we doing singles is a reason why we're doing singles right now. We decide that we want to do some singles that's gonna lead up to the album.
To the project.
Because since we haven't been doing anything for a moment there, COVID-19, because we were planning, we went to Jamaica Music Conference, I think that's 2020, and we meet some folks and stuff like that, and we decided, all right, you know, we'll go to Ghana, see, and then we'll come forward, we are going to deal with some things.
Right.
But what happened, COVID-19 came in, and during the COVID-19 pandemic, we decided we're going to do recording, you know.
Right.
So COVID-19 go on and we had the recording still. So what we did was we have the track, like the first one that we did during the COVID-19 was Ready.
Right.
And how we did Ready is we send the music, the part of it, the song, lyrics, everything structured. We send it to our brethren, busy musician.
Right.
Now the two other brethren now in Jamaica, they are the ones who is managing what's happening in Jamaica.
Right.
See, so we send the beat and everything go down, then take it to the studio. We talk to the musician them, who is Busy Coleman. Or we know Busy Coleman, good our brethren. And we met Devon Bradshaw. So, you know, like our bass is Busy. I said, I know a good bass player, man. Work on yourself.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah.
And them take it and them lay the rhythm feet. And them send the rhythm back to me. I even send it to Congo Paul with Colorado. Because COVID-19 go on, you know. Send it to him in Colorado. And then put vocal and put him voice, lead voice on that, man.
Wow.
Send it back to me.
Right.
Back to Jamaica. The two harmonies there, Jamaica. Then put harmony on it.
Right.
Send it back to me in Florida. I
Right.
put harmony on it. Send it back to Jamaica.
Right.
It mixed. Send it to California, it master. And there goes Ready.
Wow.
So we do all of that during COVID-19, and the song sound like we were all in the studio doing the song. You know.
Can you imagine if you had these capabilities back in 1989 when I worked with Jack Rube?
Yeah, man, I tell you what. So yeah, so we decided, you know what?
Yeah.
We are gonna do a series of singles. So we do Ready. We did Don't Do That. You know, during the process of Don't Do That and stuff like that, we have some she's a part of our team now. Starfruit PR and management services, and you know, they're like, hey, you know, I know a label and they have some rhythm, and you know, them would I love you to hear a few of them rhythm, and we're like, okay, send it in, and we'll listen to them. But within that breath, we also have a song finished that we wanted to put out.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, you know, the label have a Tough Gang connection, you know. So you might want to send him your song. So we send over Don't Do That. And right away they decided, yeah man. They just put it out right away.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, we need it. Boom, Tough Gang has it. So we did.
So that was distributed through Tough Gang?
That was distributed to Tough Gang. Now, after Ready, we did Ready by ourselves. We distribute that through on digital platform, whatever, and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
And but then Don't Do That is Isa Char label. That's on Tough Gang. The one you just pull up, Guide Media, Isa Char label, Tough Gang, and then Dirty Works, Isa Char label, Tough Gang. So we do all of these singles because we're leading up to something.
Right.
We're leading up to the album.
Right.
So one of the people them get kind of familiar with the Lincoln Chain vibe, the Lincoln Chain sound, you know, like every 3-4 months we'll drop a single. So
But it's leading to.
It's leading to the album. It's just it's just a plan.
I love it. And say, guide me.
Ja.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen. We got the music and we got to share the music with the masses because, people vex with me, them sometimes them dead and they be, this G Cole, brother, I'll talk about him on music and them now play the music.
You gotta be strong. Hey,
Hey, Mary.
So much going on in the world today. Injustice, the suffering, the poverty. Temptation will come your way. It's not easy. You got to be strong and increase your faith. The system will cause you to lose your place. Let Jah be your guide, cause it's not easy. Jah, we need you now more than ever. As the forces of evil growing stronger and stronger. So guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. Lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Jah, you are the captain, the pilot, the leader.
Pull it up, selector. Pull it up, selector.
Tune about.
You gotta be strong. Hey, So much going on in the world today. Injustice, the suffering, the poverty. Temptation will come your way. It's not easy. You got to be strong and increase your faith. The system will cause you to lose your place. Let Jah be your guide, cause it's not easy. Jah, we need you now more than ever. As the forces of evil growing stronger and stronger. So guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. Lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Jah, you are the captain, the pilot, the leader. You're at the wheel, the navigator. So guide me, Jah, the way that I should go. And lift me up and place my feet higher and higher. Guide me, Jah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's called Guide Me, Jah. It's Lincoln Chain.
And lift me up and place my feet.
Big tune. Big tune.
Ooh, we Lord. Shooby-dooby-dooby day. Yeah. Ooh, we Lord. Shooby-dooby-dooby day.
No, sir. No. That tune now, single. That one there. Of course, we hear the familiarity with it, but of course, the distinct sounds of what you guys do and how you do what you do. Talk about a little bit about when did this song come out?
It came out January of this year.
January, okay. I guess I go out to the single then for real.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's very radio.
Yes.
Of course, like I said, it's got the familiar sound so it can mix and do. All the DJs and all the promoters and everybody out there hearing the song right about now. Trust me, if you're juggling, you want something special. If you're juggling, that's definitely one. You guys have we cry out as a people, as reggae lovers, as people who are from Jamaica, right? We cry out on a daily, say people now make reggae music again and so forth. And the truth is, yes, we have evolution and things evolve and things come from other things, but reggae is a sound, reggae is a vibe, reggae is a feel. And that is it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when I listen to Lincoln Chain, you guys are upholding the banner of reggae music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Is that the goal to make sure, say, yo, because again, in the truth be told, age and tenure have nothing to do with nothing, because truth be told, right about now, I see the legends, I see and I see veteran artists and everybody straying away. It's like them a run from reggae music right now. You know what I mean? Is that a part of your goal to say, you know what, we gotta carry this reggae torch?
Yeah, man. That's part of our goal. A while back, I think we were performing at it was His Imperial Majesty celebration in Kingston. I think we were at Emancipation Park, and we did a couple songs. And when we came off stage, Tabby Diamond came over and said, "On a go on, youth, on a sound good.
Yeah.
Keep it up."
Yeah.
When you hear all them things there, when you're youth and you hear all them things there.
Oh gosh. How do you stray from it?
Yeah, so that's why we I keep on doing what we're doing.
Right.
Because the legend, them hear you and said, "Go on, youth."
Yeah, them love it.
So
necessary.
Yeah.
We need it, because like I said, I'm witnessing people running from this reggae music. The people who we think are going to be the torch bearers and carry on the torch and go on, Charmaine. I run away from the reggae music, and then we're complaining about the fact that it's not being recognized out there, but it's not being recognized because sometimes it's unrecognizable. You know what I mean? There are certain things in the formula that you can't. If a cake you bake, there's certain things that's got to be in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For real,
you can change up certain things for flavor, but at the end of the day, basic ingredients are basic ingredients.
Yeah, man.
Jano. So that's Guide Me Ja.
Yes.
Came out in January.
Yes.
Dirty Works is the latest single.
Yeah, Dirty Works is the latest single. We dropped this one last month. That's May 20th. Also on the Isachar label and distributed by Top Gang International. So that's the one that we are promoting at this time, since we just released it. And so far, we're getting some good reviews because there's a lot of press
for Dirty Work
out there on Dirty Work. So we might not hear a lot of the songs playing on the air, but in the writing press, you get a lot of reviews coming from different areas. You know what I mean? Right. So,
and the good thing right now is that broadcast avenues are different now. Podcasters, sometimes when we don't hear our stuff on the radio stations that we're dialed into, we can get disheartened and discouraged and feel like it's not being played. But at the end of the day, people choose how they consume their stuff.
Of course.
So they can go and they could get it on the streaming platforms.
Of course.
They could hear it on the stations that play good music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, yes.
So I implore, and I speak always directly and candidly. Let me drop on my disclaimer. The views expressed by G. Cole does not represent those of Lincoln Chain, all right? So don't, I mean, no. Radio and all those things, especially the people who gripe and complain, DJs out in the dance halls and whatnot, we need this music to be played. We need this music to be heard. Because at the end of the day, we're the same ones growing every day, and I complain when things don't go a certain way, that the music is not being made, when the truth is it is being made. It's just that it's not being played.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
I'm gonna drop Dirty Works in a second, but I'm still at Guide Me Ja.
Yes.
Because I love that song there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guide Me Ja, and correct me if I'm wrong, I get from Guide Me Ja the same message, right? You stick to the message. It's all like every song, no matter what the theme of it. It's fun songs, vibe song, love song, message is the main ingredient.
Yes, sir.
Right? But it feel good and it sounds good. I want to talk to you a little bit about that because I think there's a misconception, especially when it comes to reggae music, that if it's good for you, it's like when your grandmother used to come give you some bush, you know? There's no neutral ground. If it tastes good, it ain't good for you. Right. You know what I mean? But if it's good for you, it tastes bad. Right. But right now, this is substance and it sounds great. How important is it for our artists right now who have the message music for make sure, and it sounds like a simple question, but for make sure that the message music sounds good? Because sometimes some people think that just because I message, we're going to listen to it.
Right.
But it needs to sound good. How important is that right about now?
They need to focus on the song, man. Put some focus on the song. Even though it's message, you know, and make sure there's clarity in what you're saying.
Right.
Make sure it's understandable, you know. And because that's how Guide Me Jah came about. You know, we see what's going on in the world today.
Right.
And, you know, so that the vibe just come about. And we just do it. And we do it like how we always do it. We focus on doing it the correct way, you know. We don't have to fill a song up with all different kind of lyrics. You know,
right.
You know, if you have 4, 5, 6 verse, just keep going. So, you know, song.
And 10 melody.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just make sure the song is done correctly, you know, and stay focused on what you're trying to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
keep it simple.
Yeah, just keep it simple and sound sweet.
Right.
You know, everybody can understand it. You know what I mean? So, but still have a song where we
do your thing.
We do a thing with, but you know, some songs doesn't call for that kind of stuff.
Right.
Some songs you just want to just be simple, focus. Say what you're saying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Deliver where you come for deliver.
Yeah, man.
Different markets appreciate and digest certain things differently. You know, case in point, the Jamaican market versus the American market, right? Because a lot of times you realize that songs are popping in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Turn up everywhere that you hear it in a car, you hear it, whatever the case may be. Get on a plane and fly out of Jamaica, nobody knows it.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
True.
So it's not an international thing.
True.
When I think of reggae music and what reggae music is and what reggae music should be, it's an international thing. And there's an international sound here.
Yes.
Right? Who are you? Because again, we're artists, yes. But we don't go in studios and make music for ourselves. You know what I mean? Lincoln Chain is not gonna walk in the store and I buy off the whole Lincoln Chain record.
Right.
We're making for the masses, right? So is there a target audience out there that you're trying to reach? I know sometimes people put out projects and say, you know something, I want that project for Japan, I want a project for Europe, I want a project for, you know what I'm saying? Is there any intent behind the project or the singles that you're putting out right about now?
Yeah,
target-wise.
Not really, you know. We want to do it on an international level because sometimes you do a song and you put it out and you expect, say, oh, you see that song, yeah? Europe, you know. Yeah, man, this is a song you're going to take off in Europe, see? Yeah. And when you put out the song, it's Japanese, I listen to it.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So we can just say, well, then we do this particular song for a particular area demographics. We just do a song and hopefully everyone from different demographics, you know, come to it, right. You know, and like it. You know what I mean? We can't do it for just one demographics, one area,
right? Because
we do that already, and we see the outcome,
which is normally what happens when the major label gets involved.
Yeah, you know
or any major push.
Yeah, you know.
They start someone in the background. Okay, so we're targeting these folks.
Yeah. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You find here, oh, you know, say your song actually take off in Hawaii, you know, and I'm like, damn,
never thought of that.
Yeah, I thought of that, you know what I mean? But chicks that song off
Europe.
Yeah,
to the point where sometimes you kind of disappointed, kind of like, man, damn, the market, you know, make it fun.
Yeah, you know. So we get that out of the equation.
Yeah.
Because that would throw you off.
So that's experience right there.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's stay international for a minute, right? We talk about the international sound, the international market. I find that in the international sphere, especially Europe, because there's certain America, when it comes to how they consume reggae music and dancehall music, they tend to emulate Jamaica. No, just like how Jamaica tend to emulate America and the hip hop vibe, right? So most of the things that you're gonna hear a lot of in Miami and people claim says sound good is what they hear buzzing in Jamaica.
Right.
But what buzzing at Jamaica, I wouldn't pay them for buzzing at Jamaica.
Exactly.
Right. But if you venture outside the shores now, and especially in Europe, where people come to hear music, never heard of Lincoln Chain before, but the band string up, Lincoln Chain start play, and the thing sound good. Them love it, them embrace it. And adverse to us who we come out for your artists.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we don't come out for your music.
No, we're artists.
Do I know this
Exactly.
artist? Yeah, you know what I mean? Talk to me a little bit about the international connection, how the music is received by your international audience in adverse to that at home.
Well, it's well received. Jamaica, I don't think Jamaica know anything about Lincoln Chain per se.
It's a slow grind at home.
Yeah.
Ain't that weird though, that you have to put more effort to get home?
Yeah, you know. But it's coming. We have a few radio stations down there now that these latest songs that we putting out, you know, we can hear what's going on because we have a thing where wherever your song play, if it play in a 300 countries, you get a list.
Get the analytics,
like every 2 months or so, you get a list. And you can see where all of the song is playing. It's not no royalty statement or anything like that. It's just a list.
Straight analytics.
Analytics. You know, analogies from wherever of how the songs are doing, where they're playing. Maybe they're playing in Chile, Argentina, Hong Kong.
So when you get your analytics coming to you, right? Thus far, what was your biggest surprise? Like, where was it that you saw the song? You're like, damn. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that.
Taiwan.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. People in Taiwan are soak up the thing.
Taiwan. Yeah.
Wow.
Taiwan, Africa, South America. Some of our biggest fans are from Costa Rica, you know.
That's a nice market, you know.
Yeah, man. Costa Rica, Venezuela, Argentina.
A South American vibe.
The South American vibe. Mexico. You know what I mean? It's
what is it? What is it about
Colombia?
True, authentic reggae music, in your opinion? Because I do realize that artists such as yourself and even a crossover section like Kimani, Malian, and Manda to have it where the South American audience, like you said, Costa Rica, Argentina, Chile, and all up that coast. What is it about the music you think that connects with them so much?
I think it's speaking to the people because they are going through certain struggles too. So I think the music is speaking to them. Might be in English. Hopefully we can do some songs in Portuguese at some time, or Spanish or something. You know what I mean? But I think the music is speaking to them also. You know, and those are the kind of music that we wanted to put forward. So if you're in Europe and I hear the song, you can feel it. If you're in Africa and hear a Lincoln Chain song, you feel it. Just like if you're in South America and hear a Lincoln Chain song, you can feel it because the song is universal. It's not just talking to a Jamaican audience. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how we make songs. You know, it speak to the people.
Yeah. I dig that. Another thing that I will give you credit for is maintaining the Lincoln Chain sound. And by that, what I mean is this, especially right now, when people are putting out music right about now, people start look for, okay, who's the hot young artist there? Are the artists out there who can throw up on a record with me, give me propulsion, right? Take some of their momentum or whatever the case may be. But when you pay attention, it takes away their sound, right? So sometimes you hear the music and it ain't really a Lincoln Chain song. It just sound like something that they put together. Right. And I'm sure you're not opposed to collaborations, but I do notice that as you put your music out there, the branding is going on.
Right.
It's purely, wholly and solely Lincoln Chain. Is that also by design? Is that the goal?
Maybe later on we might collab with someone, but right now we focus on Lincoln Chain, you know, and because even though everything is out now and you hear the song and everything sound nice, for us we still think we need more work.
Right. Ever growing, ever evolving.
Yeah, you know, we always say, yo, not even like that sound there, you know, make we change it, more work on it some more.
Right.
You know, because we can sing a song right now and when we're done, I'm like, I don't think we hold the harmony the correct, you know.
Yeah.
Make we do it again.
Yeah.
you know. So the focus is on Lincoln Chain sound. We still working on it. We're still trying to get it together. Even though we kind of I hear it, you know, coming up.
Right.
But we still need more work, man.
Yeah, they say as long as you grow, you're going. You're always growing.
Yeah. You know,
love that.
we still
I love
need
that.
more work, you know. And we're constantly working on it, you know. Because I can get Congo Paul, yo, Congo Paul, what go on? And he say, well, you just call me in a middle rehearsal. And him a rehearse.
Right.
Or me a rehearse, or O'Neill or Kasha rehearse, because that's how we do it. Me drive to work, I'm on in time, and I get to work, I'm reach work early. When I sit down in the car, I run down all 10 tracks.
Right.
My area, the harmony, I practice. And the same thing with the next bridge in them. And the lead singer do the same thing. So you see, if we don't see each other for 2-3 months, when we get together, it's like we get together.
Wow.
You understand? I'm not try, hold on, but my sound, what kind of sound I do all this again, or this and that. Every man practice when we separate and when we're together. We practice. Wow. You know, so that's why we sound the way we sound.
Right. It's a cultivated
because,
sound.
yes, you know, because we're constantly working on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we do things to protect our throat. You know.
You have to do.
Yeah, so we
Especially
do
when the man in that cool part of
yeah,
the
it's a discipline, you know.
Yeah.
We very disciplined when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
Like a rainfall pan,
Yeah.
yeah. Test if your throat all right and all them. So.
That's your instrument.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you ain't gonna drop your keyboard in the water, so.
Yeah. You know, it's a discipline, man.
Yeah.
Discipline yourself.
Takes a lot.
Yeah. For this thing, and a lot of discipline, brethren, man, I tell you. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We're not just, just do things.
Yeah.
We're really disciplined towards a thing.
Right.
You know. That's why it sound the way it sound. You know. Yeah, man.
I love it. It's like you can tell, you know, and it's a statement I always use is this, especially when it comes to reggae music. When you hear greatness, don't think that people stumble upon greatness. You know, when you see genius, don't think that people stumble upon genius. Yeah. We have a tendency, especially when our people, to feel like, that they stumbled upon that. You know what I mean? Right. Greatness is cultivated.
Yeah,
genius is cultivated. People work on that stuff
and
work hard on it. Yes. So keep doing what you do. We just get Guide Me Jah, and then Dirty Works is coming, but there's been like it's a singles, and prior to that we got the albums. Tell me the song that you did not know had the traction it did, and when you go on stages, you know, some people are wait on them tune from Lincoln. Which song is it?
New Day.
New Day. Every artist out there has that song.
New Day.
The New Day is it for Lincoln Chain.
New Day is it for us. It's actually the first song we recorded when we're going to studio to do the album. That was the first song we sang. And even today, when we go on shows, we start off with New Day. It's a new day.
Right. And it's symbolic to it seems.
Yeah. You know, so and the lyrics, not because we write the songs and put the songs out. The lyrics of the song help us also to go through. You know what I mean? Something go on in your mind, something go on, what's going on, and then you think upon New Day. Procrastinating not today.
Right.
And you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm not procrastinate today, you know, because I say it. So I'm going to go and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
You know
Practice
what I mean?
what I preach.
Yes. You know what I mean? So the songs also speak to us, and we listen to our own songs.
Right.
In the seat and try to, practice what we preach.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I got you. Now, not even New Day revisited, but New Day the original, when you created it originally, when you were done, and you get, wasn't like nowhere, a CD, you know what I mean? You probably didn't get it until it was done.
Yeah.
Right? Did you know when you got that one that we have something special and this is gonna be something special for Lincoln Chain? Did you have any idea?
No.
No?
No, we had no idea. Because a lot of time, when we do the songs, to us, they're like, we know they're good songs and everything like that, but I would say, you know what, it's joy we feel. We don't feel happiness, we feel joy.
Wow.
Because joy to me is different from happiness.
Right.
Joy is something that lingers.
Yeah.
Happiness comes and goes.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So whenever time even today, when we put out a song, every time you just play Guide Me, Jah, and it fills me with joy.
Right.
You know
Hearing
what I
that
mean?
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
It's a little bit deeper than the trivial surface happiness.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So every time we hear any of the songs them play anywhere at all,
Right.
we feel joy about them, you know?
Right.
Yeah, man.
We also have Dirty Works, which we have to squeeze out for the masses, right?
Yes.
Now, this is the latest single.
Yes.
Before me even drop the single Dirty Works, talk to me a little bit about the song itself.
Dirt Works is another song that we wrote when we were in our 20s.
Wow. It's a long time. You know, so the thing I got messy.
Yeah. You know, and but we have bridge, you know, experience necromancy around us, you know, Jamaica, and people say, why? Oh, then set this female and then set that female and then cause him to do that and then this and that. You know what I talk about.
Yep.
So out of that, came the Dirt Works, but we make it more universal. I will not do anything to hurt my brothers, and I will not do anything to hurt my sisters. I will not try to put a stumbling block in their way. Neither would I ever let them go astray. Oh no. Dirty works.
Right.
We don't do dirty works. Devil's works, we don't do devil's works. You know, so that's the message that we're trying to convey onto our people. You know, I might say I'm gonna strive, let him strive.
Yeah.
If you can't help him too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But don't try put a stumbling block in him way. Because maybe that same person will come back, come help you. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
So that's how the Dirty Work vibes come about.
Right.
You know? Yeah, man.
I love that. When was it released?
May 20th of this year.
So brand new.
Yes.
Fresh off the press.
Yes.
Isachar. What the name of him?
Isachar.
Isachar
label.
Mad, ladies and gentlemen.
Isachar music, yes.
We got to squeeze this one for you. It's called Dirty Works. And let me tell you something. I want to tell my friends that I'm soaking anything. I send a message. I'm a camera them that don't want them blame Lincoln Chain and blame G Cole for the part of year. And I found out there creates some dirty works, right?
No dirty works around here.
No dirty works around here, all right? Check this one, ladies and gentlemen.
I will not do anything to hurt my brothers, and I will not do anything to hurt my sisters. Oh no. Oh no. And I will not try to put a stumbling block in their way. I would never let them go astray. Oh no. Oh no.
I had to pull it from the top, ladies and gentlemen. Dirty Works. Just send a message out there, all right? Some things are going on, and I don't like it. Y'all need to do something, clean it up. No Dirty Works, all right? Lincoln Chain got a message for you. A deep message for you. Lodge up, fam. Let's go.
No, I will not do anything to hurt my brothers, and I will not do anything to hurt my sisters. Oh no. Try to put a stumbling block in their way. Oh, neither would I ever let them go astray.
Where's the Bobby Dean Strictly Roots? Yes, man.
Don't force me into things I do not do. And don't you ever tell me to do the things you want to do. Why won't you do it yourself? Do it yourself. Or if you want to and you think you've got to, do it yourself. Yes, do it yourself. But Jah will beat you. Jah will beat you. Dirty works. We don't do the dirty works. No, 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 no. Devil's works. We don't do the devil's works. Oh no, no. Oh
Ladies and gentlemen, hear the musicianship, right?
Necromancy, yes, that industry. Necromancy, you see the bad man down in the garbage heap. Necromancy, yes I. That dirty works, and I don't deal with that. Dirty works. No, I don't check.
It's called Dirty Works, ladies and gentlemen. Lincoln Chain, the latest single. All right, make sure you go ahead and grab that one. Is this the one them say give them a Seal Pulse energy? I don't want them say. I get it. You know what it is? It have that Earth Crisis kind of vibe. Like, you remember the album Earth Crisis came out?
Yes.
Where it's pretty much like the distinct harmonies, which, I mean, that ain't something that even Steel Pulse does on everything. But it's the distinct harmonies and them guitars. Yes. I see. It's not a sound, it's a feel.
Yeah, it's a feel.
It's a feel.
Like that guitar playing.
Yeah.
That's Beezy Cole, man.
Make up yourself busy.
You know.
Larger. But that's what it is. It's because I felt it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That's how it goes.
Cool,
you know?
man.
And people have different feelings that they feel when they hear a particular song, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're on the right track because the comparison, you know, with your sound and them great sound there is, you know, it make you want to go more.
Of course.
You just want to keep the thing going, you know what I mean?
Of course. And I think it's the live feel about it too, because, you know, when certain bands, certain artists, they create the whole thing live like you guys do. Yeah. You know, oftentimes right now when you want to hear the word bands and groups, right? Things are more orchestrated than they are organic, you know. Even though it's a band where they even play the music, a lot of times it's a rhythm them get and then the band, you know, brings it to life on stage. But you can hear the authenticity in that. You can hear the true, and that's what it is. And the other thing too, why I think people compare is because nobody's a sound out here.
Right.
Even your favorite bands right about now, who we love and adore, they don't have that sound. Yeah. Brother, it mad. Where can they catch up with Lincoln Chain? Because they need to, first of all, promoters, and I watch a thing. I'm tired of these festivals with the same names on them. Shows with the same names on them. You tell me say a festival, but when I go there, I feel like a dance. It's a difference. That's all? Yeah. I'm supposed to go to a festival and get the festival feel, festival vibe.
For real.
And I'm going to say this to my, again, the views of G. Cole does not represent those of Lincoln Chain. Mega said this, and I need our promoters, everybody in general, but our promoters, pay attention real quick. Reggae music are our thing. Festivals is a part of our culture. But I don't know why I get the impression say it's almost like white people do festivals better than we. And them put on festivals, they do when I go to a festival that they put on, because we've performed on festival, we do whatever, it has the festival feel. It feel like a festival. Yeah. When our people say them put on a festival, it's a stage show. Yes. And it's a different vibe and a different feel.
I agree with that.
So we need to say Lincoln Chain on some of them. Shoot, we take it by the stage show. We take whatever. But I mean the festivals. When the festivals are coming around, you know, make sure say Lincoln Chain on it. Social media wise, where can they catch you guys?
We're on Instagram, Lincoln Chain Music, Link LINKN CHAIN MUSIC. That's Instagram. On Facebook, you can find us at Lincoln Chain. on we use the and sign on the Facebook handle, which is Link and Chain Music, and YouTube is the same thing, Link and Chain Music.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And the singles are out, so they're available on all of the digital platforms,
all
right?
digital platform. They're on all digital platform out there. All the 4 singles that we released are on all digital platform.
Right.
So far.
And actually, the Fix the Roof album
is also on digital platform.
It's because I didn't find it on Tidal, but I found it on Apple Music.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing with these DSPs is that they don't always talk to each other. So you know what I mean. So but it is there, and it's a really nice album for those people who don't have it. Let me show you the image so you know what I'm talking about. But it's a real nice album. Both albums. Here we go. This one is Fix the Roof. Love the artwork, by the way. This one right here is Stop. I didn't go in my vinyl because I have the other one in vinyl, but you know what I mean? Check my next DM and show what the thing look like. And that album too is a very, very nice album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my album right there. You know what I mean? I'll tell you this, everything for a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason I got that one on vinyl.
Yeah.
Because I feel like certain things you need to have my vinyl.
Yeah.
And when I drop my vinyl, when I drop my needle, it's almost like a reverence, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I do appreciate the fact that the music that you're putting out today is in the same vein, same formula, just as potent as the music you've always done.
Yeah, we're not going to change the formula. You know, we're going to continue doing that kind of music.
Right.
You know,
right.
It's what we know. We love doing it.
I love it.
You know, we just love doing it, man. There's, words cannot express the way we feel when we get together as brethren.
Yeah.
And sing.
It's touring music.
And reason.
Yeah.
It's...
And those reasonings are what end up on the recordings.
Yeah, man.
Mad.
Yeah, man.
Mad. Large Up Empress Unique.
Yeah, man.
I tell you this, what I hear is touring music. I call it touring music. These are for the road.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's about time now. I feel like Europe needs a taste of Lincoln Chain.
Yes, we...
And the UK.
In our reasoning, in our daily reasoning and stuff like that, we actually reason about them things and look forward for when the time comes for us to hit them scenes,
Right. I said, Char, met the thing up,
Yeah.
Met the thing up,
So we're looking forward to that.
Right.
So what they're actually waiting on, I think it's the album. As soon as it's completed, then we can hit the road with that.
Right.
Because they need an album to tour with. We have previous work.
But you got new stuff.
It's going to be some new stuff coming out.
Yeah.
And as I said, that's what the singles are leading up to.
And even that's in vain with the formula. We use the term formula, sticking to the formula too.
Yeah.
That's something that people don't realize. I've seen a couple of artists of late who decide I'm gonna hit the road and I'm gonna put out albums with no singles. Drop an album, no singles, and then wonder why it doesn't get any traction.
Yeah.
And then you go up on the road with no album, and I wonder why the people don't look for you. So I like the fact that no matter what you do, even when it comes to plans to hit the road, you are still sticking to the formula of how to hit the road.
Yeah, but check it out. The first time when a producer artist, well, that's all the research shows that the producers used to put singles out first before them even reach the album.
Right.
They'll put out a couple singles, 4 or 5 singles with the artist, make the people get familiar with the name and stuff like that, and then they drop the album. In our reasoning, we're thinking that if we put an album out now, in 4 to 6 months, you probably don't hear about Lincoln Chain that much anymore,
Right.
Until next year, when Lincoln Chain do an album, again, then you hear Lincoln
Attention
Chain
span
again.
is so short.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, social media and things moving fast like that. So we didn't want to drop an album like just drop it like that, and then 6 months later you don't hear us. So that's why we choose to do single, take a page out of the elders' them book, and try to use that formula, to get to where we want to get to with the album.
I think it's a wise route. I think it's the best way to do it because, like I said, I gotta. Okay, so you're coming to my town. I don't know a lot about Link and Chain, but you're coming to town. I don't know if I'm gonna come out and see the artist, but like you said, drop single after single. Give me some time to soak it in.
Yeah.
Give time for radio. Give me that song. Then I say, okay, that song that bad, and then me hear Guide Me Jam. Whoa, I see him artist to Guide Me Jam. Like, okay, so he got another,
Right.
and then me hear Dirty Works. I'm like, oh, so I saw that's how we doing it.
Yeah.
So by the time you could around to the album and you come to tone, now I know what I'm coming. I'm gonna get.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. And that's the formula.
Yeah.
That's the age-old formula of Bob and everybody use, right?
Yeah. Just go back into the book and just turn the page and that's how I go.
Mad.
All right, make it work with this, and so, that's how we do it.
Mad.
And it's a good formula, man. It's working, It's working.
Keep doing the do.
Yeah, it's working.
Keep doing the do. My brother, appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln Chain in the building. Give thanks,
Yes,
give
man,
thanks.
every time. You don't say a long time.
It's
Come
Jano. So here's my one request now, Zane, you see when everybody's in town?
Yeah.
When everybody's
man.
in town, we got forward through and we string
man.
string up the microphones, the instruments, whatever you need,
Yeah,
right?
man.
And we get them a little thing. We clear up, please.
Yeah, man.
Do it the right
We're ready
way.
for that. We're ready for that,
Jano. One more time, the social media, because they need to go.
Yes, it's Lincoln Chain Music, Instagram, LINKNCHAINMUSIC. That's our Instagram handle. Facebook is Link and Chain Music. And YouTube is Link and Chain Music.
Mad.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln Chain. We're going to go out with this one. I want to big up everybody listening in on radio right now. Rubber Ranks Radio, large up in itself, all right? My massive over there in Denmark. Trust me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. Royal Reggae also. And again, Roseanne Hannes Radio, Real Vibes Live, Homegrown with G Cole, Jamaicans.com, all the different avenues on which people are listening right about now. Thank you all so much. It's Lincoln Chain, ladies and gentlemen. It is Homegrown with G Cole. We're going to let you go with this one. It is Dirty Works. And so much Dirty Works are going, we had to play it again. Large Up Empress Unique. All the true artists, man. How I'm doing them.
No, I will not do anything to hurt my brothers, and I will not do anything to hurt my sisters. Oh no. Oh no.
Large Up yourself, Paul.
Not try to put a stumbling block in their way. Oh, neither would I ever let them go astray. Oh no. Oh no. Dirty works. We don't do the dirty works. No. Devil's works. We don't do the devil's works. Don't force me into things I do not do. And don't you ever tell me to do the things you want to do. Why won't you do it yourself? Do it yourself. Or if you want to and you think you've got to, do it yourself. Yes, do it yourself. But Jah will beat you. Jah will beat you.
Nakikinig sa música Homegrown with G Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G Cole.
Gotta bounce. Remember to hit us up on social media at my G Cole, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Hit us up on YouTube, Homegrown with G Cole. Stop the dirty works, all right? Gotta go, baby. Gotta go.